All right, we're back. We're back. What's up? What's up, people? Oh, I didn't. I actually didn't unmod Fluff. Oh shit. There we go. Unmodded now. All right, we're back. Going to talk about. Oh, I have Team Marn on here. Really, it's just Marn's blog. So Marn recently posted his side of the story with the whole crazy Team Marn fiasco with money and stuff. What are you smiling at, man? that smile got me worried.
What? Watching the Asus ROG 2012 highlights. This is some funny shit.
Link me it real quick. I need to look at it. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, let me look at this. Hold on. We'll get to Team Marn in a second. Shit, where is it? These are from past ones, or like a long time ago, right?
Yeah, what? Did Chef like you?
2012. 2012.
Can't believe you're joking about my mom dying.
Oh,
My mom
this is
watches
the
these
one
tournaments.
Does she?
She's gonna ask who the coke addict I'm casting
Well,
with
you know,
is.
from the other side, you can kind of watch everything. She probably watches you.
This is good. This is good. Note to self: James has no soul.
Huh?
Your mom is actually here.
Oh, yeah, but she'll be dead later, too. Mum's the word.
Well, if your mom keeps eating the way
my
she is, she'll be dead too pretty soon, right?
You can't die from cock, Jeff. Okay, so when the next game is ready.
This is
Straight
pretty good.
after he killed, his probe killed my drone. Like, he got a drone kill with a probe.
Hey, you know what?
Stetson
I want to give some behind-the-scenes stuff too, by the way.
Ottenby.
Here's a little bit,
Just got your
because I know
shout-outs.
that James is like the flavor of the month right now. Everyone's liking him in the StarCraft 2 community. Every time this guy
That's what
says
happens.
a joke, okay, let me show you what happens. This is the computer. He has the
I
stream
like
chat
it.
next to it. He goes, "Your mom likes the penises more than the vaginas." And then he goes, he does.
All right, that's the climax right there. Good stuff. Check out that link. It was on Reddit, but here's the link too. If you guys didn't link it before, but good stuff. Oh, I heard forgotten about that. I forgotten about that meme that was created too, or the image that was created of Jeff doing that too.
You mean the Mimi, right?
The meme. Yeah. Oh god, the meme.
Oh boy, that was earlier. Oh.
All right, the Marn blog. You guys check this out. You guys follow this stuff at all? You guys follow this stuff at all?
Yeah, dude, I follow everything. What do you need?
So pretty typical esports story here.
Blow
right?
up. Are you talking about the car shit earlier?
No, the Marn stuff.
Oh, never mind.
So pretty
I thought you had a-
typical esports when teams breaking up and crazy things going on with contracts and stuff. But Marn posted his side of the story. For those of you who weren't following it, Mega and the team members were they posted something on Reddit, right? Posted a big thing on Reddit saying that Marn didn't pay them the money that they were supposed to get, and just making a big ordeal about it. So Marn kind of came back with his story maybe a day or two ago, and I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this kind of pretty much a typical representation of esports today?
Are we
In your
talking
opinion?
about the same story?
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the one where the Mega guy posts online and he talks about how he doesn't know what contracts are and he doesn't know like how to deal with money, and then the other guy posted that he had bills to pay and everybody sucks at managing contracts. That's what I read about. What were you saying?
Oh, I didn't see that part of it.
The newer one?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm being a little facetious,
Oh,
but
God.
that's
Alright.
more or less fucking get your contract straight. God damn it, it's not that fucking hard to deal with. If you don't understand it, get your mom or dad to read it, or ask a teacher at school to help you out. You can probably just do it during recess. They won't even like charge you extra for it. I don't understand how hard it is to make sure you're not getting fucked in a contract. Right? Maybe?
I think
Uh,
I agree with it, but it's esports. Like,
uh.
if you get to do something in esports and get paid for it, like, I don't know, like you know from Brood War and everything, like that was the shadiest thing ever. Like, if you were getting money playing Brood War, it was like, congrats. so many like false promises and lies. Like everything's verbal agreement. It's really hard to deal with. Like it's not so much now, right? But in the past, it was like full verbal for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the fact that their names were on the lease.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, when
come
you
on.
start getting into,
That's
like,
crazy.
renting houses and moving and, like, LCS shit, like, you should know your shit at that point.
Moving into a beach house, even. Yeah. Like,
Yeah. What do you think? So that's one thing to bring up with LCS is that, you know, these team houses are obviously, in some ways, required, right, to be part of LCS, and
Sure.
you know, they were in a situation where they were getting paid, you know, for from Riot, and they were needing that payment to make a lot of these monthly lease payments, right? And so once they didn't make it in, they were kind of stuck with a house, and you're kind of screwed. I mean, what do you guys think of that setup just right now with LCS? And I mean, a lot of teams are in that boat. Just some teams are bigger than others, and they can eat an extra month and that sort of thing while everybody moves out or whatnot. But for these smaller teams like Marn and a lot of these others, they're going to be in the same situation where it's like a ton of pressure to actually qualify for LCS. Not only just to even have the potential to make a decent amount of prize money, but to also facilitate your existing living right now.
I'll go first this time
Okay.
because I probably have a differing view. I think it's amazing.
Okay.
This is the first time like a company is offered to pay for housing for like gaming. Like, I guess there's team houses and that sort of thing, but this is different. Like, it feels like it's just for the players. Like, there's not people. Well, I don't know about some of these team houses. Maybe each EG house is different, but this is Blizzard even. Like, imagine if it's StarCraft 2. It's Blizzard, like saying, okay, here you can have this house. Like, they're not required to give it. Like, it shouldn't, I don't think, be continued. Like, well, if you fall off, you can still keep the house, like, for so many months or whatever until you get back on your feet. Like, no. It's just a perk. It's amazing. Like, if you get, like, a nice hotel in StarCraft, you're like, thank you so much. This is LCS saying, like, have a house. We're that cool. Like, I think it's awesome. Congrats. Well played, Riot. That's my thought.
Can you not, I'm sorry if, like, this sounds like a dick thing, but can you not just fucking move someplace cheaper? Why does it have to be in California? Why can't you just fly to events? Like,
Well, it's not. Well, okay, so they would have to have some house somewhere else, right? Because you have to be together.
yeah,
right?
but, like,
I mean,
land and housing in the Midwest is so fucking cheap.
Do,
I don't
do they
understand
have
why
to live
everybody...
there? Is that
No,
what-
I don't. No, they don't. But I'm sure they do because
Well, they have
want
to
to
be
rationalize.
close to the studio.
Because it's
What do
right
you
by
mean?
LCS?
Yeah, they have
Is
to
that
be
what it
Yeah.
is?
close.
But, like, can't you just fly to, like, how often do you play LCS matches? Is it, like, a daily
Yeah.
thing, or
I agree with that, too.
do you have to
Well-
play LCS matches daily?
It's
I
not
don't think it's
daily,
daily.
but it's it's still a lot. It's still multiple times a month.
Is it every week,
Once a
maybe?
month?
Yeah, it's like I think it might be every week, and
Does every team play every week?
yeah, I think so. I think every team plays every week. So that's pretty expensive to have to.
And then
fly
yeah,
in
then
there.
travel would become prohibitive there, I guess.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know anything about California in terms of how cheap land is or whatever, but it seems like a lot of places are really expensive, and I wouldn't want to be.
I can tell you some cool information. Like, the Root House, like, they had full disclosure of how much everything costs.
Mhm.
Let me look it up, and I'll tell you how much their cool gaming house with, like, 10 people costs.
Yeah. It's in San Francisco, which is pretty expensive. Antioch, I believe. Which isn't cheap either, so it's probably comparable. Yeah, my whole thing while you're looking it up is it's really just the duration of the LCS season. If it
Yeah.
was longer, because they always play these, they kind of have to fight for their spot like every 4 months, I think. And I don't know. My feelings about just that duration are kind of tough. It's tough for somebody just to sign a month-to-month lease. I mean, most leases are a year long, right? For a decent price. So a lot of these folks are in a kind of put into this bind where they have to break a lease, or they have to pay like really really expensive month to month.
It's still better than if they had to live in Korea, I guess. Because there, it's like you almost have to buy the house, I've heard with
Yeah, that's true.
down deposit. But I couldn't find well, I could, but it had the security deposit too. But I was looking, I know they had the actual full price to break down on the Marn thread on Reddit too.
Yeah, Cat's posted it all. Let me see. Let's see if somebody in the chat, if you mind looking it up for us. It was on Reddit either yesterday or the day before, where Cat's just disclosed everything. Just what
Alright.
I guess where all the money's been spent so far that they made from the the
And then it's
Kickstarter.
like even the Marn guy, whoever's from the actual team, he actually said how much rent was too.
Yep. Yeah, and in the blog he was upfront about where all the money went.
Yeah. Kind of. I think I only saw like one thing, but
Yeah, I mean, one of the things in question was that he paid himself the same as the other players, even though he was benched and
oh god, are they paying $3,000 a month for that root house? I see that $6,000 is security deposit and July rent. Is the deposit just 1 month's rent?
I don't know.
I don't know. Let me see.
Oh shit, that would fucking suck. $3,000 a month. I hope that the deposit is more than that.
Honestly, $3,000 a month is. That's. I mean, I think the house is pretty big, so that's
a
actually
lot
reasonable.
of money, though.
That's
They
actually
can make
reasonable.
that. They can make enough money to pay for that house.
The Marn house looks like it was $1,500 a month.
I'm not saying that $3,000 is like a ripoff for the house of land. I'm just wondering if they can make like $3,000 a month between all of the like pay for it. Like Katz can't pay all that himself. Like he's not like made of money. Like that seems. That's. I hope that they got their shit in order. I mean, they should, right? They should. I trust Katz.
Yeah, Katz is usually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean they have kind of a buffer right now too. Just they didn't use all the money that they raised, so
Sure.
they have some money they have some time to play with, at least from the standpoint of rent and that sort of thing. But I don't know how big the actual house is. Their house is much bigger than an LCS house because they have more people.
Wouldn't it be awesome? Like they have WCS players on their team. Wouldn't it be awesome if Blizzard was like, "Hey, we'll pay your rent." That would be so cool.
Well, yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Do you think that would make the house go to shit like the tournament though? I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
So, but do you think teams should pursue a house if they're reliant on that payment from the publisher? So if they don't get in, then all of a sudden the whole living situation just goes away.
Flex for them, dude. Be responsible with your shit. Good luck.
Well,
The way that I would do it, the way that a responsible team should do it, is as soon as you decide that you want to go pro for LCS, you create alternate Facebook accounts. Find like some pictures on the internet that are consistent. Create alternate Facebook accounts. Open the accounts or whatever, and basically create a fake identity for yourself. And then when you try to go pro, and then when you go and lease the house, or whatever, open everything under fake accounts and shit. So that if your team doesn't make it, then you can just bail, and then the people that they go after don't exist.
Let the
I
manager.
think that would be the most financially responsible way to do it, and then you're off the hook for everything, right?
Sounds legit.
goodness.
Sure, it's been done. Like that Australian.
Oh, I
guy.
know it's been done. I'm sure. Jeez. But okay. That's more. So hopefully that situation will get resolved, and we'll see less of those crazy situations in the future. All right, next up, bad sleeping habits, and kind of revolves around your blog, not this last post, but the one before it. Talk to us about that, Stephen. Like, what are your hours right now?
I'm trying to go back to normal. So I have this issue, and I'm pretty sure that... So the worst thing you can ever do is you go online to a Wikipedia article, and then you try to self-diagnose, right? Because you can literally wind up with any disease you want, right? Especially when it comes to psychological shit. Like, I could read up on depression, or narcissistic personality disorder, or dissociative personality. Like, and you could go through the list, like, yeah, I kind of do that. Like, holy shit, like... Yeah, like, oh my god, like, fuck, like, I'm fucked, like, I have this and this, and, like, you could diagnose yourself with a million different things. But, I've complained on stream a couple times about this issue that I have sleeping, and after one of the times I did it, somebody linked me, and they're like, hey, this sounds a lot like this thing, and I read it, and I was like, holy fuck, that's a thing? So, you have this thing called a circadian rhythm, right? Mm-hmm. Where, if you're awake... If the sun is out, it makes you more awake. Like, your peak alertness hour is usually around, like, 12 p.m., like, in the afternoon to, like, 2 p.m. Like, you're widest awake in the middle of the day. When the sun goes down, your body naturally becomes tired, you know? It's not like a feeling. It's like a physiological response to the way that the sun moves in the day. It's something that's measured. You can take your internal body temperature. You can measure, like, levels of melatonin. Like, it's just how people react. I think evolutionary biologists theorize that the reason why it happens that way is because humans aren't adept to hunt at night. So by making us sleep, we stay out of trouble, right? More or less. A problem that I have that I didn't even think was a real thing or maybe it's even not, and I don't know. The thing that I read, it was called delayed phase bullshit, where I work like exactly the
It's
opposite.
the actual
of that.
name.
It's called delayed phase sleep syndrome. Okay, and I'm gonna explain this because a lot of people kept emailing me suggestions and emailing me that they had the same problem, but it's not. It's not. It's a lot different than a lot of people think. So I feel exactly the same way. Like when the sun comes up, I'm very awake. When the sun goes down, I'm very tired. Exactly in reverse. Such that as soon as the sun goes down, I'm fucking wired, okay? Like, my peak alert hours are, like, midnight to fucking 4 a.m. Like, I'm very awake. It's just, I'm very awake. And as soon as, like, 10 a.m. rolls around and the sun's been out, and you get to, like, 12 in the afternoon, I'm fucking shot. Like, right now, like, for the past, like, 4 or 5 hours, I've been, like, dead fucking tired. Talking to XJ9 and Sheth has, like, kept me awake. But, like, for the most part, like, I feel really fucking tired. And I woke up at, like, midnight, so I haven't really even been awake that long yet. I think I've gone like 16 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
How long has it been since midnight? 12 plus 5 is 17. Like, I haven't been awake that long, but I've been tired for so long. And the thing is, like, as soon as the sun comes out, I want to fucking sleep. Like, when I see the sun, I'm ready to go to bed. And I don't have trouble holding a normal sleep schedule, right? Like, if I go to bed at around 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., I'll wake up on time at like 5 p.m. I'll wake up at the same time every single day. I have no trouble sleeping. I sleep like a baby. I have dreams. Like, my sleep is fine. When I wake up, I feel very well rested. I'm not exhausted for the entire night. And when I wake up, I'm ready to stay awake for the entire night. And then once 10 a.m., 11 a.m. rolls around again and the sun's been up for a while, I'm ready to go to sleep again. So the problem with that schedule, like, theoretically, okay, so, like, there are people in the chat saying, like, you need to exercise, like, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not like a sleep disorder where I'm like, I can't fall asleep or I just need to wear myself out and get tired. It's not like that at all, because I sleep perfectly normally and perfectly well. I can sleep for 7 to 8 hours every night perfectly fine. It's just, I do it best during the day. The problem comes into where if I try to hold a normal sleep schedule, if I wake up at 6 a.m., okay, and I stay awake till 8 p.m., I have to fucking force myself to sleep. Because if I don't, and 10 p.m. rolls around, then I'll get on Reddit, and then it'll be midnight, it'll be 2 a.m., it'll be 4 a.m., it'll be 6 a.m., and I'll stay awake until the sun comes out, and then I'll be tired and I'll want to go to sleep. And that kind of shit is very fucking annoying. Because when I do that one time, it's impossible to reset my sleep schedule. Like, that's what happened. It happened to me like 2 or 3 weeks ago where I fucked that up, and like my schedule has been off since then because I can't do it. I don't know why. Like, staying awake during the day is very, very hard for me, and then trying to fall asleep at night. Like right now, like it's 5:18, okay, and I've been really tired. But if I make it to 9, like as long as I make it to 9 and make myself go to bed, I'll be fine. But I could very easily stay awake until 6 or 7 a.m. again because once it's nighttime, I have no trouble staying awake. That's my thing. There you go. Does anybody know that feel?
Yeah, I know that feeling a bit.
Yeah, I kind of think I know that feeling too.
Almost like we need a bedtime.
Yeah, but like the problem or the worst thing about it is that if you get off, it's such a struggle to get back onto the sleep schedule because it's staying awake or trying to stay awake longer or trying to make yourself go to sleep at like 10 p.m. is impossible. Like, fuck, like I feel like a 9-year-old again. We just like lay in bed and it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm not tired at all. Like, I could be doing like a million different things right now, and I'm just like, I'm completely alert and functional and ready to fucking do shit, and I just have to make myself go to sleep. Like, fuck the world, you know?
Wasn't that the best part of traveling in SC2? It's the best part. All those
Jet
crazy
lag.
time changes.
Yeah. Like, I never had trouble with jet lag traveling anywhere in the world that I went. That was one of the nice things about having kind of a weird sleep schedule. Going between Poland and Korea and all that shit, like, I never had to worry about that shit.
When you try to get back on schedule, do you do it gradually, or do you just try to just jump 8 hours and try to get back on schedule?
I try to do it gradually, but the feeling doesn't change. Like, it doesn't matter if I wake up at 2 a.m. or 12 a.m. or 6 p.m. If I wake up at any of those times, I will always be very fucking tired when the sun comes out. As soon as the sun starts to come out, I'm going to get very tired. So that whole trying to move it forward an hour or two, like, I try to do it. Like, that's what I'm trying to do now, but it's a huge struggle. And I don't feel good. I feel miserable. Like, it's not a good feeling, like, to starve yourself or to thirst yourself or to be poking yourself. I don't know. What do people do? Or to, like, try to stay awake when
coffee?
the sun is out. Yeah, like, it's just, I don't respond to caffeine very well. It's not fun. It's not fun for me. It's very miserable. I don't like it.
So what happens when you go outside? Like, when you actually go outside and get sun, do you actually have a physical reaction to it?
Like, I tan? Like, what do you mean?
No. I mean, like, do you feel, like, when you actually see the sun, I mean, does it actually make you tired? That sort of thing.
it sounds really gay when you say like it sounds like some vampire shit,
No,
but like
no,
it
I'm
does.
actually asking
No,
you.
like
I'm
I'm
serious.
serious. Like it does, and it's hard because like everybody wants to be like, yeah, I'm nocturnal and shit, but no, it's like literally like I'll be sitting here perfectly fucking fine, and then like I'll notice like the sun is out, and there's like this, it's this like fucking shift in my body where everything is kind of fucking slowing down, and it's like fuck, like if I would just lay down right now, I could fall asleep like instantly. I know I could. It's just like that feeling like I guess for normal people I don't know like when it's night outside and you look outside and it's dark and you just like well I could probably lay down right now and just go to sleep like that's how I feel as soon as the sun comes out as soon as I see the
Hey.
sun it's like
So one of the things that I've been thinking about with my own like random sleep stuff is I wish sometimes days could be like different lengths. Like the standard like the amount of time the sun is up doesn't correlate to how long I'm awake. So sometimes I'll like it's always changing the amountage. Like
Sure.
like sometimes I'll be awake the whole day and then I'll like rotate it to here and then like to the next part of the timetable. So like I'm always awake for different parts of the day. Like because I stay up longer than 12 hours or whatever it is. It's always different.
Yeah.
Or however the normal amount of hours being awake is.
Yeah, I mean, I generally stay up pretty late too, but I don't have that reaction to daylight or not. I'm definitely more productive at night, that's for sure. I don't know why. Well, I might have to do with kids though, more so than anything else. But yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it
have you actually seen a doctor about it or no?
well, like I said, until like 2 weeks ago, I'd never even seen that it was like an actual thing. I've heard that you could take like melatonin to try to fix it, but I'm not even sure. It's just like a vitamin, right? At first,
Yeah.
I thought
Melatonin just
melatonin
makes
was
you
like,
tired. I mean, it's just
yeah. So like, I don't know if I want to go that route, but like, I don't want to be awake during the day all the time if I'm gonna feel tired anyway. So I thought about like switching to a night schedule, but I don't want to fuck all my European fans over and shit. I'll probably try to do because like if I go to sleep tonight. Actually, I'm gonna go to sleep right after Unfiltered, and I'm probably gonna wake up at like fucking 4 a.m. I'll try to stay awake the entire day, and then I'll see if I can get back on that schedule if it'll work. But I don't know, man.
yeah, that would at least be halfway there, probably, right? If you did that.
Yeah.
But if it has something to do with daylight though, then you're not gonna fix it, and you're not gonna fix it until you figure out why you get tired when you see the sun.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
He's a vampire.
I guess that's the really cool thing about what you do for work, right? So you don't have to wake up at a certain time. I guess that probably is. That's what my dad always tells me. It's like you don't know what it's like because you don't have to wake up at a set time every day and go to work at a set time. And
I mean, kind of. But like, for instance, like when I'm up at night, like I can't run and like go harass Nathan between games or whatever because he's fucking sleeping. So I'm just in this house like all alone because everybody's asleep and I just have to sit at my fucking computer.
yeah,
Shit like that gets kind of
Sucks.
old.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, the viewership is much higher. If I start streaming at like fucking 2 a.m., I'll carry like 1,000 viewers until people finally start waking up and shit. So it's better for me financially to start it like in the afternoon and whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah, I was curious about that too, just the late night streaming, because I've heard some people say it's actually pretty good, but not super late, like in the
fun
mornings, like
scrolling.
8 o'clock and stuff like that. There's not very many people streaming at that time, right?
What?
At 8 in the morning.
Yeah. No, there's not. Sorry, but my fans don't awake then.
Honestly.
People are
like
like giving all
mainstream.
these suggestions and they're not like understanding what I'm saying. It's really frustrating. You ever have that feel when no one knows what you feel? I'm just getting
That's
tired.
deep.
XJ9, you talking to XJ9 again?
I'm talking about X channel. Oh god.
All right. Well, why don't we go into Q&A with the viewers? A lot of you guys have posted questions in the Reddit thread. And Trio's not here today, guys. He had an appointment he had to go to, so I'm going to be reading off the questions today, going old school. But again, if you want to post any of your questions, go ahead and get those in before we get through all these, and we'll be sure to read them. All right, thoughts on Dota 2 in Korea from SC Temp 99. Do you guys think it's forced or can it gain natural foothold? How do you feel overall about companies throwing money at their eSport?
What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with it. What the fuck? If people play it, it's fine.
I heard that they have a $2 million tournament for Dota.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's amazing. Cool.
it is. I guess that's why they're calling it forced. I'm not sure why they're calling it forced, but it's good. I don't see how it could be bad for esports. Maybe it's bad for SC2. Maybe that's what he's kind of talking about.
People think it's bad. It's like, oh, you're just buying your eSport. It's not even that good. People are just playing for the money. And like, so, I don't know, fuck kids. Fucking kids, man.
Hey, what'd you guys think of the whole Twitch Valve integration thing with the Dota 2
Oh.
play? I mean, what do you
Where
guys
you can
think
get
of that in
items. You can get items if you're in chat watching something.
general? Yeah, versus being in the client and watching.
That's cool.
Yeah, it seems cool, dude. That Twitch integration. They just need to get their like servers and shit in line, and that's good.
Yeah, I just think it's the tip of the iceberg. I think they're going to start doing a lot of cool things in regards to giving you shit in the game and viewing, just watching it on Twitch or something. All right.
Most def.
Okay, this one's for you. I want to hear your thoughts on the dog a police officer shot.
I don't know, man. My poor dog got fucked up.
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, probably no comment on that one.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Didn't see it. I'm happy not seeing it though.
Yeah, I don't think you want to see it. Guy kind of baited the dog. That's my only comment. He baited the dog a little bit.
Try cutting your wrists and putting lemon juice on your mouse pad. You'll be playing like a pro and unable to sleep.
What?
the fuck?
Somebody just actually said that? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay, that's one way to do it. Okay, so the current format in WCS Korea in which games are played, do you think all regions should have the same format? Or should every organization be responsible for the production of WCS be given the rights to set the format in which games should be played? Thanks in advance, from Duck Reaper.
I mean, there has to be some sort of consistency for it to be the same tournament, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Like
it's
if
the
one
fairest
WCS,
way.
if WCS NA was like a round robin between 64 players, and WCS EU was like a best of one all the way to the finals, where it became a best of one.
You saw what MLG almost did on the first qualifier or whatever it was, right? It's like they had best of ones till like the round of 8. Like, that was actually their tournament strategy until like community yelled enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Go on. I'm sorry. I just thought that was like.
No,
yeah.
that's a good point.
I just-
That's a really
yeah,
good
like
point.
there needs to be consistency if it's going to be the same fucking tournament, no?
I think so. It's definitely the fairest way, but
Well,
I could see.
they're already not caring about fairness.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, get fucked, Chinese.
Yeah, that was so
offense,
sad.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Never forget
was.
calm. Never forget calm.
Jim. Well, Jim finally got in, but Calm got fucked hard. But I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on it because I think they could, if you could do something that gave your side of WCS more character, then it doesn't have to be the same. I think it's kind of boring. It's the fairest, but it's kind of boring to have everything that's exactly the same. Because like let's look at the Olympics for instance, right? The Olympics they have different ways of coming up with their Olympic teams. Everybody has a different way to do it, right? And the whole point is just to put the best players up, no matter how you do it. So I don't know. As long as it's done in a very fair manner, I don't actually mind if it's.
What if they did like the
different.
Hunger Games in like EU, since all those countries are so poor, in order to get like their champions?
Be entertaining. Be entertaining.
I don't know.
Oh, speaking of which, I don't know if you guys I don't know if you guys watch reality TV or not at all, but I happened to turn it on last night, or I turned to CBS or something, and there's this game called Siberia, or this show called Siberia. Have you ever heard of this show?
Nope. What about it?
It's like some survival, like some extreme survival-ish type of show where, they put you in this. I think they put you in Siberia in the middle of nowhere. Kind of like Survivor, I guess. Whatever. Anyways, on that episode, again, I've never seen this show before. I just happened to watch. On this episode, one of the contestants died, and they continued the show.
That's fucking insane. Holy shit.
Well,
Yeah,
It's like another day in Serbia.
I don't know. I mean, I guess somebody's saying it's scripted. I don't know if it's scripted or not, but I was just like, seriously? And then the host comes out and was telling the guys, yeah, we got to figure out whether to continue the show or not. You guys need to let me know.
Did they like replace him with the Romanian that killed him for the like food they were fighting over? Oh shit! I'm just kidding, man.
God.
Oh
my
man,
God.
I love my Canadian fans. I'm just wrestling your jammies.
my
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
That's
They're all-
Anyway, that show sounds too hardcore for me, man. I couldn't handle that.
That was crazy. I was like, what? Somebody actually dies on one of these shows? I can't believe they actually continue on with it.
Yeah.
But Okay, you're a 37. I would like you to attempt to convince me that XJ9's girlfriend is neither his hand nor his mom, but an actual female that is not related to them.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. He said not Serbia, Siberia.
I said Siberia, not Serbia.
Oh, I thought you said Serbia. I'm sorry. My bad, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, keep going.
And
I'm sorry, guys. My bad.
Yura said,
No,
"What
it
about
makes
the
more
sound
sense.
of a violin does Destiny not like? What don't you like about a violin?"
That's
I
the
don't
best
know.
segue question. Wise. Go on.
It's just I don't like I don't like instruments with no personality that sound really whiny and cry. That's my personal opinion. Violins can sound nice if used well. I just don't like them as solo instruments as much.
Dude, I love the Radioactive remake with
Oh yeah.
instrumental whatever's. I don't know if it's a violin though. But it's just really pretty.
I think it is. I think it's a violin, either violin or cello. I think there's a cello in there, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
somebody's saying that Siberia is a drama about a reality show gone bad. Like it's
Okay, all right, it makes sense now. I was taking it as an actual an actual reality show. Like I said, never seen the thing. I just flipped it on and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it is a violin.
Makes sense now. Destiny from Sushi Mama. Destiny
oh hey, this chick plays pretty well. This Lindsay Sterling.
Yeah, she's really good.
Let's see. Violinist?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I linked it too.
Okay, yeah, I'm taking a look at it. Oh, this is the funny highlights of the shit. Uh-oh.
I got burned out from these string remixes. When I was growing up, I found this band. Have you ever heard of a band called Apocalyptica?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I think I've seen them. Yeah, seen.
I thought they were the
Yeah.
coolest thing in the universe, so I like got their whole discography and I listened to their shit. And then like I burnt myself out listening to them super hard on like string arrangements of like popular music, and it's like hard for me to listen. But I'm not saying it's like bad. I'm just saying it's like hard.
You
sometimes.
generally like that?
I gotcha.
You generally
Maybe.
like that?
One time when I was younger, I went to the when I got like money, because I did like a paper out when I was growing up. I had like my own fucking money. I was like the king of the world, and I went to and like since I have my own money, I can do what the fuck I want, right? Like an adult. So I went to the mall, and the first thing I fucking do is I go to the Chinese food place and I buy the fortune cookies. You know, you buy those motherfuckers separately. Holy shit!
Yeah, yeah.
So they're 10 cents
know.
each. I give the guy $10 and gives me like 100 fucking fortune cookies. And I go home and I ate like 70 of them, and then I hate fortune cookies now. That's what I did with Apocalyptica and like the string music. So when you ask me like, do I like strings? And I'm like, you know, at one point in time, I really liked fortune cookies, and then I kind of got burnt out on them by listening to too much Apocalyptica. It's not that it's bad, it's just that, you know, there you go.
You enjoyed it, and now you've moved on to something different.
Something like that, yeah. I overindulged.
So is there anything that you can't overindulge but you don't get sick of?
Oh, definitely.
Video games.
Like banging your mom.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Chanman.
All right, next, let's see. This guy's got a... Well, okay, answer that question. Actually, if you're going to... Is there anything?
What, that you can't... Oh, I don't know. It's like, that's
Any
too deep.
music? I mean, you don't get sick of jazz music, right?
I listen to the same... Usually, when I find good music, I'll listen to it a lot on stream. People know, like, well, listen to this song again? I usually listen to it until I can, like, file it away and not have to listen to it every day, you know?
Yeah, yeah. All right,
Yeah,
Vicious G...
Just use YouTube repeat a lot. That's pretty cool.
I do
Just
too.
loops the song over and over.
I've been using YouTube a lot for my music mixes lately.
What's YouTube a lot?
Stupid. Vicious GX, can Destiny enlighten us on thinking towards the end game with his new label as professional streamer? What changed in his goals to be challenger tier LCS team contender and having league viewer numbers?
What? When did that change? I'm still trying to do it.
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
stream professionally? What?
That hasn't changed. When will he attend MLG? Will we have to wait till he's a pro, formed a regular team that can qualify? Will he seat with SC2 friends or... What? Will he seat with SC2 friends?
Like, while
or
I
league
sit on the
friends?
StarCraft 2 section? Dude, I didn't sit on the StarCraft 2 section when there was StarCraft 2 games.